Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on Lumber Capital Log Yard. Today I wanted to talk about what dimensions we inventory and what species and why. So without further ado, let's get into it. As a lot of you already know, we inventory 3 species of lumber: hemlock, pine, and red oak. But the dimensions that we inventory them in vary. So for instance, hemlock is our biggest inventoried item. We have as many dimensions as possible, except for one, and that is a 1x12. We do not go past a 1x10 in hemlock, and for a good reason. But first, the dimensions we inventory in hemlock are 1x3s, 4s, 6, 8, and 10. And then we start back over, except for the 2-inch, but we don't have 2x3s because that would kind of be weird. So we have 2x4s, 2x6, 2x8, and a 2x10. We also try and keep some beams in inventory like 4x4s and 6x6s, but they don't stay in inventory very long. So why don't we inventory anything wider than a 1x10? Well, the issue with hemlock is that it has a lot of shake. So what ends up happening when we try and cut wider boards is that they end up cracking and then we throw a lot away. This is just a downfall to hemlock that you have to try and work around. And our way is just not cutting anything wider than a 1x10. In pine, it's a little different. We inventory, of course, 2x4s, 2x6s, but then we skip right to a 2x10, and then that's it for the 2-inch material as far as inventoried items go. We start back over at a 1x3, a 1x4, go right to a 1x10 again. We skip that 1x6 and 1x8. And then for pine, this is the only species of lumber that we inventory a 1x12 in. The reason why we can cut 1x12s out of pine is because the trees, the pine trees in our area, grow really massive. They're probably one of the bigger trees that grow, and so it's super easy to get wide material out of it, and we don't have that cracking problem like we do with the hemlock. So just super easy, and we know that customers like using wider material. Math is easy on it, and it's just all around easier to work with. So we make sure to keep 1x12s in at least one species available for our customers. And last but not least, we have red oak. The dimensions that we inventory in red oak: 1x4s, 1x6, 1x8, 2x4, and 2x6. We don't inventory a 1x10 because of the weight of it. It's just super heavy. That makes it harder on our end because we have to handle it, and hey, the customer has to handle it too, right? And those things weigh a ton, so we just don't inventory them at all. We did cut a red oak order with a bunch of 1x10s recently, so it's not like we can't do it, but as far as inventorying them go, we've just skipped that one. One thing we can't forget to talk about is the length. We inventory all of our species in the same lengths, 10 and 12 foot. So there's a good reason for that. The log truck is a certain length, right? And we're paying for the logs to be hauled. So the best way to fit all the logs in there, so there's no like airspace that you're paying to haul basically, is to do 10 and 12 foot logs. This way there's no empty space. That's it for today's video, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. Why not just do it? Okay, it's not gonna hurt anyhow. I'll see you back here next time.